Hey everyone, and welcome back to Aaron Limitless. For those of you that are new, welcome, and for those of you that are returning, welcome back. Today we are resuming part 9 of 22 of the Sims 4 Modern Mansion build, and today will be the office. So if you haven't already, like I mentioned in every video, I would appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, comment down below on other videos you would like to see, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you haven't already. That always helps with building this channel and bringing more content to you. So yeah, let's get started. So essentially with this house, I wanted to have a very big office, not only for, my people to be able to work in and get stuff done, but I also wanted it to kind of be an area for if, for this kind of house, if somebody was in like business, that they could have somewhere that they could take clients and, have kind of like a personal space to kind of, be creative and brainstorm for ideas and whatnot. All the rest of the house is beautiful, and there's obviously plenty of places to really have a meet in if you think about it. But I wanted something that was a little bit more cozy and comfortable, but also was an enjoyable space that you could work in if you had to work from home that day. So pretty much now, as you can see, I'm looking for desks, and I believe I started adding multiple desks because I wanted to make them just look a lot more grand. And this one actually was a custom content piece, which I actually love because, as you can see, it's a massive desk in its own right, which is nice for, as you know, for a lot of, what do you want to call it, like furniture and stuff in the games. So it's kind of cool that they had this huge desk that you could use. So I was very happy about that because it literally worked perfect for the space. So of course you got to line everything up to make it try to look seamless. And for people, those of you who are wondering, when you are connecting things and you get like that color shift in the thing, like where you can see where the pieces are merged, usually when you go into play mode, that will disappear and not be as noticeable. Right now, with you highlighting it and going over it, doing stuff, you'll notice it like flicker and flash, but it's not as noticeable once you're in actual play mode. If you guys are worried about that and getting pictures and whatnot, for if you want to post them to social media and for other reasons. So it works out pretty quickly, or pretty well. So originally I was going to do like laptops on one side and then desktops, but then I just thought it would look a lot more, I guess, bougie to have two iMacs on both sides. It just looked better aesthetically to me to have them kind of match, just for like if like you had like I guess partners that were working together, so they kind of had like their own space on both sides. Then I just wanted to add some, random clutter and decor and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. So if I ever go out and I stop talking and I trail off, it's usually because I was trying to figure out something and it's just easier, or there just wasn't enough to obviously, explain in the video. So for parts of that, I'm not going to talk through all of my videos just because, it might not be either recorded multiple videos and I just don't have that much to talk about that day, or there just isn't enough in the video that I find interesting, or it's pretty, self-explanatory. And I do like a lot of the music that I find, so I do like you guys to get a little bit of uninterrupted parts of that. So as you can see now, though, I'm making kind of more like the decor part. Like I wanted to have some kind of pretty stand to have like a view while you were sitting at the desk, and then I kind of wanted to have like a display area just to kind of put different like pieces of art and random clutter just to kind of make it look more homey and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing at this point. I love these shelves, but it sucks because it doesn't let you always adjust everything perfectly the way you want. Luckily with this one it did for the most part, but I just didn't have the actual height to put as many as I wanted in there, which is fine I guess in the overall because it means less clutter. Trying to find different little tea sets or something, because I wanted to make the space a little practical for some of the storage. Like this one was more honestly just completely for decor, but throughout all of the house really I try to make the places also functional, not just try to look beautiful. So as you can see out there, that is a balcony. I kind of almost made it to look like a Juliet balcony, so I didn't want to put anything on it just because it takes quite a bit to actually make little balconies in this game. So later on I might go back and do like a final video of like touch-ups and things to edit this house. This one is going to be more of a practice in how to play this game again and get back into it. But I definitely do want to come back to make it a big, modern or contemporary mansion that is even more over the top if you guys want to see that. My next video might be a much more simple house in the fact of at least just from sheer size. Like I want to build like a little cute beachfront type home in the game, so that might be my next project for that when I have the chance to film and play again. But yeah, if you guys want to see a specific kind of video or a certain kind of build, if you have a cool idea or kind of like challenges in the games, I'm always open to trying those and doing like things that I might not do normally, which is always kind of fun to do, unexpected stuff. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of making like shelves and wanted to put like some pieces and artwork and that kind of stuff in there. These shelves really I felt like kind of matched the aesthetic, but I wasn't really sure because they almost felt, I don't know, IKEA-ish, which there's nothing wrong with it. It's just for this being such a high-end home, it kind of was like, I don't know if I want to put these in, but at the end of the day, I just figured they still look nice, so they stayed. Now we are moving on to artwork with the walls. So this one I definitely wanted big pieces, and I wanted them to look more kind of minimalist and a little bit more, I guess, funky, art pop, kind of, aspirational quotes and stuff like that versus the more, I guess, like high-end artwork that's in the rest of the house. Because I feel like with offices you can be a little bit more, I guess, creative, because I feel like that's the whole point of an office, is to be creative and or productive. So as you can see, I wanted to make a little cozy space in the corner just to have, be able to have people over to, brainstorm and relax when they want to have like a meeting, or, just want to kind of have a more relaxing area to, get some paperwork done or work on a laptop or something like that. After going through all of these, I've been writing so many things down on my iPad to add to the game, because there's so much in the game obviously already, but even with the custom content I realized there's so much stuff I wish I had. And even just for the game period, it's kind of like I downloaded a lot thinking it was a lot, but once you start building these homes, you notice after a while you start having to repeat or start using the same thing but a different color or something. So that's the fun thing about custom content, though, is kind of discovering new stuff because there's just pretty much an unlimited amount of it. And there's so many creative people out there that make so much, custom type of stuff. So that's always kind of fun to be able to work with. So over here in this cubby hole, I essentially wanted to make like a desk workstation where people could actually like spread out and get like, like an actual physical project done, like something that was too big for the desk and you needed more of a, concrete area to work on than just at like a couch. So I wanted to put these really pretty kind of lights because I felt like they were bright and they also doubled as art. So now just figuring out the tables I wanted to have there. Something that could be like tucked in, but that was still kind of went with the aesthetic. So I ended up just doing this same table and just repeating it to make it larger. Then I didn't want to put too many chairs because I wanted to be open enough where it could be moved around. So I think I just ended up kind of settling on these like roundish kind of chairs and just put 2 of them there because I figured then people could actually move it because there really isn't that much more space. And if you really need a third, I guess you could always move the office chair over to it. Didn't want to put too much on it because I wanted them to have it for workspace, so just put a little cute, plant there. And now I was just kind of going back over stuff and adding in like electronics and whatnot. I figured might as well have a television there for if they want to watch something or have something in the background. So I wanted it to be not a really hanging one because, all my TVs pretty much in the house hang. So this one is actually a mount, or not a mount, but a tabletop one. And it's a curved one, I believe. So I like that little extra added dimension. And then the idea I got at the end, I was worried about clutter, but then I figured, if you kind of have it separated, even though there's a lot on that wall, they all have kind of their different like functions and purposes. So this one I kind of wanted to make it into almost like a coffee station bar area to have stuff. That was one thing that I thought was cute when I got these little coffee mugs that you'll see that I thought were really cute and worked for the space well. But now I realize I need to get some alcoholic bottles that I can have to like make a bar and have it more legit. I think some of the bars in the game have alcohol on it, but just to be able to kind of have like your own bottles to throw up there, definitely would be kind of fun to have too. So I put like a little like espresso machine there, a little tea kettle set as you can see, and then these little cute white mugs that I just thought looked pretty. They're almost like art in their own kind of way, but also were, doubled as functionality at the same time. So then just kind of going through here, figuring out what else to add. Thought this little cute neon sign would look kind of, cute because I'm not a big neon person in the house, but I thought like it was kind of like a cool, you can be a little bit different in this, space and area. Now just kind of throwing in the last few things. Trying to go through depend on the kind of coffee tables I wanted to do. Always have to put some kind of plant or flower to anchor it. A nice little rug underneath. I wanted to be a little off-center because I didn't want it to be too predetermined and too forced. Decided I wanted to add something else there, just have more workspace, and I figured might as well have something added to fill it in since the other parts of the desk are pretty much full for the most part. Found this printer, so that kind of made it a little bit more legit. It really does tie in the game when you find all these little random clutter items. It really makes the thing feel less like a game and more like real life. Just doing a quick overview of it. Now the fun part is kind of to do the door. I always feel like when you do the door to the place, it's kind of like framing out the whole, thing. This one doesn't work correctly, so you have to put the door in, and then once you remove it, for this size of the wall, it fits perfectly. But for some reason in the game, it's not fully glitched right, or it glitches. So you just kind of have to remove it. But after, as you can see, these doors are just, just stunning. I know you want privacy usually, but I feel like because it's in your house, even though it's an office, you get that privacy of having a closed room, but it's kind of open and really aesthetically pleasing at the same time. But yeah, so that's pretty much the home build in one. Don't forget to subscribe and like it if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in video 10. I hope you guys all have a good one. Make sure to follow my social media links, which will be linked at this end of this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.